What's going on, YouTube gamers? Bonfire here, and we are a month in to 2017, and with Resident Evil 7 coming out earlier this week, along with a couple others, the big games are finally starting to roll out for the new year. So I thought it would be fun to put together a list of some of the games that I think will be 2017's best games. Now, these are games that we know are for sure coming out this year, as well as games that I think will be in the discussion for Game of the Year. So these are going to be some of the best games we're going to have in 2017. With all that being said, let's dive into my list with the first game being Horizon Zero Dawn. Now, I've talked about Horizon Zero Dawn multiple times here on the channel before, and as you probably know, I'm really excited about this game. I truly think it's going to be PlayStation's next big game. I think it's going to be a big franchise for them. I think it's going to be a must-play title for any PlayStation owner. I love the setting of the game. The gameplay looks fantastic. And as long as they can pull off a good story, which I've kind of went media blackout. I know that they've had a trailer or two that kind of dives into this story a little bit, but media blackout here, I'm sold on this game. I want as many surprises as possible. But if they can pull off that story, I think it's going to be a fantastic game and worthy of Game of the Year. And if it plays out as I'm thinking it will, this is going to be one of this year's best games. This next game on my list, which actually comes out just a few days after Horizon Zero Dawn, which I don't know how I'm going to play both of them at the same time because I'm for sure getting both of them. But that game is, as you might have guessed, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Everything we've seen of this game just looks awesome, and it feels like this is the game a lot of us have been asking for. A big open world Zelda game with a lot of different things to do, and a lot of people have said it looks like a combination of Skyrim and Zelda, and let's be honest, that's a great combination if it's even close to that. So this game is hailed to be awesome. It's just destined to be amazing, and everything I've seen of it looks awesome, and a lot of people have said really good things anytime they've had to play it. One of the things that really sticks out to me about this game is its story. It's set, I think it's 100 or so years in the future from any other Zelda game, and there's like technology from what I've seen in the trailers within this game, I think it is really, really interesting. We've never had anything like this before. And if there's any telling from that last trailer we saw from the Switch presentation, this game is going to be emotional. That trailer was super emotional, and if it even has some of the darkness like the Twilight Princess has, and more of I hesitate to say it, but a more adult feel to it with a darker story, we're in for one heck of a treat. Another game I think will be one of this year's Game of the Year contenders is Persona 5. Persona 5 kind of feels like a no-brainer. I mean, Persona 4 is hailed as one of the greatest JRPGs ever to have been created, and though I haven't played it, Persona 5 has got a lot to live up to. And I think if it can even somewhat remotely live up to all that hype that's out there right now for this game, it's going to be successful. From what I've seen and the very little I know of Persona 5, I think it looks awesome. As I've said before here on the channel, the art style for the game just is really what draws me in. It's such a really cool and slick aesthetic to the game, and if it has an awesome story like I've heard Persona 4 does, I think we're in for a treat. The game is already out in Japan, and though I haven't looked at any of the reviews and kind of seen what people have said already about Persona 5, I think with Persona, the franchise's track record, I think it's hailed to be a really good game this year. The next game on my list kind of feels like another no-brainer because, well, it's coming from Rockstar, and just about anything that they produce is pure gold. Red Dead Redemption 2. The first game, Red Dead Redemption, is an incredible game, and when it came out, it won Game of the Year that year, and I didn't play it right when it came out, to be honest. I've only played it recently. I think it was summer of last year is when I actually finally sat down to play Red Dead Redemption, and it's great. The story is incredible, the gameplay is fun, and it's a really well done game, and it deserved all the accolades and awards that it received. Looking at what Rockstar has done with GTA 5, telling a really compelling and incredible story from 3 different perspectives, and what they've done with GTA Online, I think if they can incorporate what they've learned and done with GTA 5 into Red Dead Redemption 2, it's going to be insane. I mean, just think about having that GTA Online type structure in Red Dead Redemption 2. Just being able to just go around the Wild West, robbing banks, and just creating chaos in this Western world, I think would be so much fun. And if the story is as good as Red Dead Redemption was, I mean, come on, it's a no-brainer that this is going to be one of the best games of 2017. And finally, the last game on my list of what I think will be 2017's best game is Prey. Now, Prey is kind of my wild card pick and kind of just throwing something out there. But I really think it has the potential to be a really, really good game. Now, I only discovered recently that Prey is coming out on May 5th of this year, which is a lot earlier than I thought it would be coming out. I didn't expect it until, you know, September-ish, maybe October. But we're getting it May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. And the last trailer I watched, which was one of the gameplay trailers, I got huge BioShock vibes from it. From the gameplay style, the atmospheric storytelling, and just everything about the game screamed BioShock to me. Now, I'm not saying that this game is going to be BioShock or even close to what BioShock was, because BioShock is one of the greatest games of all time. But I think if it can do what BioShock did in terms of atmospheric storytelling, in terms of some of the gameplay, and of course the storytelling, which Prey already has a pretty cool story, I think, then I think it has the potential to be one of this year's best games. Now, on the flip side, I think just as easily think that this game could be a disappointment. So I'm trying not to set my standards too high, but I think the potential is there with everything we know about this game, and from what I've seen, that it could be a sleeper hit of 2017 and make a Game of the Year list. So there you guys have it. Those are my predictions and my picks for what I think will be the best games of 2017 based on all the games we know are for sure coming out this year. Let me know what you think about my list, and I'd love to know what games you think will be the best games of 2017 down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and well, until next time, I'm Bonfire, and I will see you online.
Now come up, it's 80 you now. If you with me, put your hands up. On the fly, ladies, to the front, go ahead, stand up. Fellas, if you see the one you want, it's time to man up. Like, hey, oh, and if you see